Hi, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I hate it here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the city one bit. I'm here to tell you how to visit the city that I hate because I'm not from here by choice. I'm just forced to be from here. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro, I guess. So, you're coming to visit Memphis, Tennessee. Might be your first, might be your last. Well, if it's your first, it might also be your last because you might get shot and be killed. That's a fun fact about Memphis, and one of the highest crime rates in America. So, when you visit, make sure to come and stay strapped because everyone around you probably is also strapped.
I'm in the ghetto. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Unless you're me and you just don't go around strapped. You know, like the roll of the dice, see if I live today or die tomorrow, whatever. So, that's tip number one, if that matters to you. So, a trip to Memphis isn't complete without a visit to the one and only Graceland. The house of Elvis Presley, which has now been turned into a museum of his legacy after he died on a toilet. I think quite literally they turned that place into a museum rather quickly after he died on a toilet. It's the respect you get in Memphis, you know, you ain't getting anything better than that, I'll tell you that. Yeah, come to Graceland, spend upwards of $60 to go see his house, and you can't even go to the second floor. Diabolical. Yeah, go to Graceland, spend $60, stay for an hour, and leave because there's nothing else to do. You go look at the airplane there for another, I think, $30. I don't know. Now, there is a fun fact about Graceland. If you're from Memphis, you never go to Graceland. Weird thing locals do. I'm not originally from Memphis, so I have been inside and been to Graceland. So, I'm not a local by the laws of the locals, which is fine with me. I don't want to be associated with this filthy city anyway. And I just wanted to say, yeah, I'm from a city that's full of crime, potholes, and barbecue that sometimes can be mediocre. Yeah, fun. So your next stop in Memphis is a place where, as the Southern Baptists would say, a godless, defiled place that only the sinners would go. Beale Street. Why? Because there's booze.
Julian! I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around.
And blues and barbecue. A lot less barbecue, a lot more booze and blues. But Beale Street can best be considered a mixture of Bourbon Street in New Orleans with a bit of Broadway in Nashville. People don't throw up on Beale as far as I'm aware, but it does smell like throw up and weed. There's no country music, but there's blues, so you can throw up, smoke a doobie, and be depressed your whole time, and spend $12 on alcohol that probably would cost half the price. Beale Street is a magical place where locals just go to avoid the stupid peddling bars, because there's like 2 or 3 of them downtown, and they're always cutting around there. Beale Street is also right beside the FedEx Forum, which is where the Memphis Grizzlies play. The only professional team this city has, and the only sport this city cares about, because we've had professional football, and we had a minor league soccer team, and we lost our minor league soccer team, and we'll eventually probably lose the football team too. And the city loves to complain about our football teams sucking because no one cares to go watch them, and so no one pays their paychecks. Fun. One thing you'll learn about Memphis as you visit, especially if you interact with the locals, is they're ungrateful. They, like, the whole city as a whole is just ungrateful. Like, the roads are broken, the crime is high, the football team's terrible. Like, you don't get that from other cities very much of, you know, that's their entire personalities complaining. That's solely Memphis. Okay, I might be lying there. I love spreading misinformation, but Memphians generally tend to complain about problems without really finding a solution. Like, oh, the football team sucks. Then why not go watch the football team? Duh. I don't know. I'm a fed up Arkansan who lives in this godforsaken city, so you kind of get a frustrated Arkansan in the mix, and it's just like, there's one solution: nuke Memphis off the face of the earth. And I think everyone around me would say amen to that. So now that you've heard the tangent of a local and all that, and you've gone to the real touristy places, there's the new up-and-coming touristy spot that is an obvious must-go. The Temple of Doom. No, I'm kidding. It's the Bass Pro Shop in the Pyramid.
When the aliens come down, all they really want to see is the pyramid by the river down in Memphis, Tennessee. Made of glass and some brass, it'll knock you on your ass, make a damn jaw drop.
What's that?
It's our Bass Pro Shop.
Fun history about the Bass Pro Shop in the Pyramid. It was not originally a Bass Pro Shop. It was originally in a basketball arena that we built for the Grizzlies and the Memphis Tigers, our university. They played there for a bit, and then we realized this place is too small for a professional team, and the Tigers are complaining about how mediocre it is. Because, yeah, the University of Memphis loves to complain about their sporting facilities that the city gives them on a silver platter. So, the pyramid eventually was abandoned and left to sit vacant and empty for, I don't know how many years, but it was enough. I was here in the city before that pyramid ever had the Bass Pro Shop slapped on the top of it, Before then, it was just empty and sat there. And it really was just, a typical Egyptian pyramid that was entirely useless, because that's really all it was for the better part of its history. Until Bass Pro Shop showed up.
Why is it a Bass Pro Shop?
I believe the story goes that the CEO of Bass Pro Shop was fishing along the Mississippi, caught a big old bass, looked up, saw the pyramid, and said, I'm going to buy that thing. And he didn't. Yeah, he just got a lease for it. He got a really nice lease for it from the city, because apparently the city owns everything in the city. But the Bass Pro Shop, pretty cool. Been inside it 4 times. It was cool the first. The second, the splendor and the wow factor was wearing off. The second and third time, the third and fourth time, I was just bringing people up there. They all got the wow factor, but Redneck Mecca is cool and all, but I'm not that redneck. Like, I have a hat from the Bass Pro Shop. I bought my friends hats from the Bass Pro Shop because, they have a cool little souvenir $5 hat that they sit right at the front, and everyone, I swear, you go in there and it's just the $5 hat box is surrounded by people engulfing it, picking up 15 to 20 hats. They have such an absurd limit. I think it was 50 hats per person. Why are you letting a person buy 50 $5 hats? You know what they're going to do with that? They're going to sell them on eBay, because they do that. They buy them here and they say they're from the pyramid, or they buy them at any Bass Pro Shop. I seen them do it at the one down the street. There's 2 here in Memphis. No one goes to the other one. I see them buy those things up and they sell them on eBay for $10. Profiteering, I guess, yeah, everyone loves the Bass Pro Shop pyramid, and the memes for it are ridiculous. They're everywhere. The little, whatever the thing in Paris is, their pyramid, they call it the miniature Bass Pro Shop. I think they called the Luxor the Western Bass Pro Shop. It's all just Bass Pro Shop at this point. I don't know how we did it, but we managed to become known as the pyramid in America, much less the Western Hemisphere, outside of Egypt. Congrats, Memphis, you have the pyramid. Tangent aside, it is a cool place, and rumor has it there is a crystal skull that the guy who built it just decided to stick at the very top of the pyramid. So apparently, I think that it's cursed. I don't think that personally, but I think that was the whole intention of it. But now it's a Bass Pro Shop that is widely renowned. I don't think that's a curse. Although it's sitting vacant for 15 years might have been the curse. I don't know. Whatever, next one. So now that you've done all the touristy things, there are a few other things around Memphis. There's our botanical garden. It's not bad. It's okay. There's our zoo. It used to be the only zoo in the country to still have pandas until the Chinese came along and stole our pandas. I hate the fact that the Chinese government owns pandas. How is that possible? Can the American government just decide to own all the American, bald eagles? Is that a thing? Regardless, the the zoo's not as great as it once was. The pandas were holding it up. Although the frontier, I don't remember what it's called. It's like Canada. The animals from the Rockies. I don't know where. The Northwest, the West, the Rockies, whatever. Canada. Those animals. You know, wolves, bears, the whole 9 yards, ducks. That's a cool exhibit to go visit, the zoo. I wouldn't spend the money to go to the zoo, though, because, I mean, it's like every other zoo now. It has a little, like, splash pad. Yay. I mean, there are some redeeming factors to this city. I love the people here. People are great. The barbecue's good, alright? Don't get me wrong. But there are really mid-barbecue places that are heavily advertised to the public, when in reality, there are some really good ones that if you do some research, as a tourist, you can go there. Like, there's nothing we don't stop people from going to the local places, you know? Like, I get it. People want their Jim Neely Interstate Barbecue at the airport, and they want their Rendezvous, which is like, the sauce of Rendezvous is good. The pork's okay, alright? And God help me, Corky's. If you go to Corky's, you're not a Memphian. That's, heck, you're not even in Memphis, you're in Corky's. There's Corky's in Little Rock, there's Corky's in Nashville, there's Corky's in Jackson, Mississippi, there's probably Corky's in St. Louis, Missouri. They're just Memphis-style barbecue fast food. Like, Corky's is based here, but you could go to Kroger and buy their ribs from the frozen food section. That's how bad Corky's is. And then there's Central. Central's okay, you know, but there's just too much hype around Central. So, my recommendation, if you're going to visit Memphis and you want barbecue, Commissary, which is located in the suburbs, and a place a little closer to downtown, the Barbecue Shop. Both really good food. Two different styles of sauces, so obviously, you know, in Memphis, our barbecue, the sauce varies. You have a sweeter, I believe it's a tomato-based sauce, molasses, something like that. And you have vinegar-based sauce. The vinegar-based stuff's good. Alright, that's the barbecue shop, they specialize in that. They also specialize in barbecue spaghetti, which is another thing about Memphis. We're really good at bastardizing barbecue. So lastly, as a tourist, you might just want to explore the city. There's not a lot going on outside of like the I-40 loop. So if you go north of it, or you go south of 240, or you go east of it, it's not a lot. I mean, there's a really big church with 3 crosses off I-40. It's cool to look at the crosses as you drive by. We have an IKEA, the only IKEA in the state of Tennessee. There's malls. I wouldn't go to the malls in the city. Mississippi, they have some cool stuff down there. They have Blues Trail, which for some reason stops in Mississippi because this is ran by the state of Mississippi. Instead of being, you know, real men and acknowledging that it happened off of Beale Street. Beale Street's kind of the home of blues. Despite it being an absolute tourist trap and a price gouging alcoholic den like Bourbon Street, it's where blues kind of originated. It's very rich in black history. There's Sun Studios. There's also Stax. I mean, I'd rather go to the Lorient Motel, which is where MLK got shot. I don't know. There's historic things around if you're into history. But you know what my best recommendation to do if you come to Memphis is? Number one recommendation, when you visit Memphis, buy a local, leave. There's not much here. If you like history, if you like music, sure. If you like food, there are better places to go for food. Our barbecue is the best in the world, but like, you can get Memphis style barbecue in Nashville or Jackson, Mississippi, or anywhere in Arkansas. Like, Memphis style is a very big cluster. Yeah, that's it. I hate the city, so I'm not going to have a lot to say about it. But here we are. It's probably, I don't know how long this video is because I just started recording my camera. I started rambling to it, hoping that people will watch. So I'll do more videos. Yeah. I'll do something not about a topic I hate. I'll give you that much, alright? You know, next video will be something way less hated. So, yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you. I love this city, man. It's so great.